Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip Equipment, and what we have for sale here today is a Bobcat T250 track skid steer. We're going to talk a little bit about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. The serial number of this particular unit is A, the number 5, A like apple, 5, G like good, S like Sam, 3509. I'm going to leave that last digit blank. We're doing this video in here because it's 102 degrees outside, and so the lighting isn't probably the best, but hopefully you can get through it with a good cameraman. And we also have a Takeuchi TL140 there. They're both about the same size machine. This Bobcat's a little bit bigger, a little more horsepower though. Price on a new machine like this these days is anywhere from an $80,000 to $100,000, depending on how you have it equipped. This is a Bobcat, and Bobcat, these guys are synonymous. The manufacturer Bobcat is synonymous with skid steer. They are the #1 supplier of skid steers and skid steer type equipment in the world. And they're #1 or #2 in the world of compact construction equipment. Without a doubt, this is one of the most ubiquitous compact machines in the world. Is a Bobcat skid steer. This particular machine weighs 9,500 pounds. The widest point are the tracks, which is also the widest point on the bucket, which is 6'7", 6'7" inches wide. The tallest point is the top of that cab at 6'7", 6'7" inches. The transportation length from the front of that cutting edge all the way to the back of this counterweight, of course when it's closed, is 12 feet. Comparable machines are like a Cat 287 or a Komatsu CK30 or a John Deere 323. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost all the machines we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine with absolutely no rust. I mean, you'll see a little flakes here and there where the paint's rubbed off and the rain's fallen on it, but it in no way, shape, or form is pervasive. We're 300 miles south, and we're far enough south and 300 miles from the ocean, so the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen tables. Just about every machine we purchase comes from one of about 30 different large, well-organized contractors and municipalities that we deal with here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This particular skid steer had a conscientious maintenance manager that had an excellent maintenance program that rivals some of the best we've seen. We, as well as our customers, have been happy with all the machines we've purchased from these guys, and it should be said that before I purchase any machine, my mechanics thoroughly inspect it, and then I inspect it before I write a check if the money's right. You can see here, as far as options go, this machine has high flow hydraulics, and it's got a power port here for like if you've got a dozer with a 6-way blade, or an attachment with a 6-way blade or other. This machine will run literally any attachment that has been dreamed up for a skid steer. It has a pattern control change valve. Tank, can you see it over here? Oh, it's on this side. It's that ISO to
H.
What is it, Tank?
H.
Tank can get you a better image of it there. So basically that changes it from joystick control to H-style control patterns. It's got a mechanical quick coupler here, which all of these, all skid steers, the attachments are universal. So this, any skid steer attachment you can find, like I say, will fit on this skid steer. Another option is that it's got rubber tracks here. And Tank, does this machine have a key battery disconnect?
No.
Okay, never mind that part. I was thinking that it had a switch to turn off the battery, but it doesn't, which can be easily put on. But this engine here is an 81 horsepower Kubota. It's a V like Victor 330 turbo diesel engine. This machine has got a 30-gallon fuel tank, which will run you 12 to 15 hours of operation, or I guess depending on your application is what I'm trying to say. Oh shit, that's hot. Pardon my French. There's your radiator up here, guys. God damn. Sucker's hot. All the fluid levels on this unit are where they should be. This machine is mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it whatsoever. Everything works. I think top speed in forward and reverse is like 4 or 5 miles an hour, so I mean you're not going to get a speeding ticket on it, that's for sure. As you can see, this undercarriage is about 75% for the better. As far as things that are wrong with this machine has got a, you know, it's got a little bit of the track cut right here, but it in no way, shape, or form affects the safety of the machine or the performance of the machine. What else did you say, Tank? The inside dome light isn't working?
Yeah, it doesn't have a dome light.
Oh, it doesn't have a dome light on the inside. I missed that one. Tank got it though. What was the other thing, Tank?
That's about it.
Well, the cutting edge here is about 45%. It's already been turned. I mean, you'll probably get another 1,000 hours, but I'm just trying to think of things that are wrong with the machine. All the lights work.
All the seat cushions, different colors.
Yeah, the seat cushion has got a different color. But that's, again, it doesn't affect the performance or the operation or the safety of the machine. It's more cosmetic. Think of anything else, Tank?
No, that's it.
There's no cracks or welds anywhere in this work equipment. All of these pins and bushings, as you can see, are nice and tight. There's no deflection at all in the work equipment. This front loader bucket is it's 6 foot 7 inches wide. It's 2 foot tall. It's 3 foot 2 inches deep. I would gauge this to be about a 3/4 to maybe even a yard bucket. This hinge pin right here, if the loader arms were raised all the way up and you were loading into a dumpster, the hinge pin height is 8.5 feet, so it'll load into a dumpster up to 8.5 feet tall. The breakout force of this loader at this edge here is 7,500 pounds, which is also the static tip load. And the static tip load of this machine, the hydraulics on this machine are so powerful that the machine will actually tip forward before the hydraulics give out. So your lifting capacity is actually limited by your tip capacity toward the back of this, the weight of the machine behind this this fulcrum right here. This machine is, the advertised operating load is 2,500 pounds, so you can safely operate it with 2,500 pounds. that's about it. I guess we're gonna run it in the next clip. Okay, so this is the inside of the cab here. You can see I'm sweating like a son of a gun. It's hot. Here's your controls. We do have an enclosed cab, air-conditioned 246C there if anybody's looking for one. I'm going to go ahead and start this to show that there's no error codes, all the idiot lights. I guess an important thing to point out here are the controls. These are foot-style controls. You need to put some grease on that pin. These are the H-style controls. Okay, so right now we've got it set up on the foot pedal controls, but if you hit this switch, your left is the boom, your right is the drive. So I'm just going to leave it as it is right now with the foot pedal controls. That block right there probably weighs about 4,000 pounds. So that just goes to show you that hydraulics, everything on this machine are say okay.